Oh, sorry about that. Still on page 118. We're now at the bottom two problems, 23 and 24. Player who scores the closest to 0 points wins the game. So this is like golf. Golf, you want the lowest number. This is a completely different game. You want the closest to 0 to win this game. The scores of the 4 players are given in the table. Who won the game? So basically what we're asking is we're comparing these 4 numbers over here, and we want to find the one closest to 0. So the best way to do that is to make a number line. Now we have all negative numbers, so I'm going to put my 0 over here to give me plenty of space. Now, all my numbers are between 1 and 2 as well. So let's say -1 is here, and I'm going to put -2 way down here just to give me space in between. Okay. So let's change all these to decimals. These two are already decimals, so I don't need to do anything with them. Myra's at -1.93. Justine is at -1.8. I can add a 0 to line up those decimals. Let's change Amari and Donovan. So I'm going to start with Amari. It's going to be -1. They're both going to start out with -1. They're going to be, because you got the big number 1 here. So it's going to be -1 point something. And then we do the denominator into the numerator to find the decimal part. 3 goes into 26 times. And you can probably see that we're going to have a repeating decimal. So we can just leave it as that, repeating. And then our last one, Donovan, he has the -1 already. Do 2 into denominator into the numerator. 2 goes into 10 5 times. 5 times 2 is 10. Subtract gives me 0. It's going to be -1.5. So which one of these numbers is going to be closest to 0? Since they're all negative, we want the largest number. The biggest number is going to be closest to 0. Okay, the most valuable number. So remember, as we go negative, we're going left, and left equals less. If the further left you go, the less valuable. So this is almost down here to -2. This is a little bit in front of that. 1.66 is going to be a little bit in front of that. And 1.5 is going to be right between 1 and 2. So this one, 1.5, that's our one that is closest to 0. So who won the game? Donovan had our -1.5. So Donovan won. And make sure you show all your work. This is what it means when a teacher asks you to show your work. This is all my work. So you can see all that work I've done. Underlining the important information, showing what I'm looking at here. All of this is considered my work. So when a teacher asks you to show their work, this is what they're talking about. They're wanting to see this, your thinking. Okay? They're wanting to see, okay, what were you thinking? How are you organizing the information in your head? Okay? So take that organization that you're doing in your head and just put it down on paper. That's all that means. Okay, I'm going to erase some of my work because I lack space, but I never want you guys to erase your work because you have as much scratch paper as you need, so there's no reason to erase it. Again, if you need to rewind though to see any of that, feel free. Okay, 24, which point on the graph represents -3 3/4? So -3, that's right here. And then it's not -3 though, it's -3 and some more. So we know that it has to be this side of -3, to the left of -3. And -3/4, I can write that as a decimal. It's going to be 3 point because 3 and then the fraction part. And I can change the fraction 4/3 by dividing 4 into 3. Four goes into 30. Excuse me. 7 times? So 3.75, which would be, yep, right there. So which point on the graph represents that? A. All right, thanks for watching, and I will see you on the next video. If you have any questions about anything I've done, raise your hand, okay? The point of this isn't to give you the answers. The point is that so you understand what to do on these types of problems. So just having the answers really does you no good. A homework assignment is worth much less than a test. So just getting the answers to turn in a homework assignment does you very little good. Make sure you understand, and if you don't, raise your hand. Thank you.